Hi guys, welcome back to Chelsea Fan TV. My name is Nina. I hope everyone is having a good day. Today I'm bringing to you another transfer video because, as you guys know, there is a lot of action happening in this summer transfer window. Lots of outgoings, and honestly guys, I am pleasantly surprised at how quickly things are happening, how quickly we're getting business done, and it seems that we're on the right track in terms of our priorities. So we all said that a massive clear out was needed. Midfield was long overdue. We addressed that almost immediately. Obviously, we needed to address the striker and a lot of people saying the goalkeeper position as well. So we have wasted no time in delving straight into looking for prospects, looking across different leagues, and it's safe to say that I feel a lot more confident at how we are going about things, getting players out the door first, and then seeing what needs to improve, who we need to bring in, and addressing the respective areas. So, of course, we have already seen that Saudi Arabia have taken a few players off our hands, a bunch even. Edouard Mendy, Kante, Ziyech, Koulibaly, potentially Aubameyang as well. And of course, a bunch of players going to, well, a couple going to Italy as well. So Cesar Azpilicueta and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Then we have Mateo Kovacic, who is going over to a rival fan, Man City. He is very pleased with that move. We are getting a decent fee for him as well. And I mean, he looks like he is ready for that adventure anyway. There was no point of convincing the player to stay, convincing the player that he should stay at Chelsea. His head wasn't quite there. And that has been officially announced today that he is departing. So plenty of outgoings. And like I said, I'm very surprised at how quickly we've just gotten down to doing things. The board seem to be on board, which is a very promising way of looking at things. So, of course, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, another one of our players that has been here from his youth. He has honestly been, I'd say, a good servant. Some have called him a squad player. Others have said that he could have been a very fantastic and crucial player had it not been for that one injury. You know, that massive what if, what could it have been, will forever haunt our brains. But, you know, guys, for me personally, I'm intrigued to know what your thoughts are. But for me personally, Ruben Loftus-Cheek has been one of those players that has never complained, never moaned, never had a negative attitude, even when he was kind of a rotation player. And, you know, we used him as a backup to our kind of regular injured starters. And he always knew what job he was assigned to do. You know, he was very skillful at many times. I'd say that he was one of our most technically gifted players as well. You know, that player that can run through 2-3 players with some, you know, shiny skills and tricks and whatnot. And, you know, on a good day, he was really, really good for us. Yes, of course, he wasn't shining like many thought he would, but it is safe to say that that is also a goodbye that was coming, guys, was coming. Again, like I said, we need a complete revamp of our midfield. We're looking to bring in players that will have long futures at Chelsea, will lead Chelsea to future successes. And frankly, a lot of the players that we have just said goodbye to do not fit that picture that Todd Boehly has, you know, drawn out to everyone at Chelsea Football Club, to us fans, to the whole world. And we are just looking to get through that list. Azpilicueta, easily a club legend, a captain, a leader, someone that has shown nothing but loyalty and devotion to Chelsea Football Club, has picked up his teammates, has improved those young players that look up to him, because frankly, Azpilicueta was basically the uncle of the team. He was the guy you look up to, the guy that has won it all, and you look at with hopes to be like him one day. You know, our proper Chelsea, someone that you've never questioned in terms of his loyalties, where his priorities stand. He has always delivered. His attitude as well. When you need passion, you can see it in Azpilicueta. You know, he will jump at the ref. He will argue his case, and you need those kind of players. Flashback to last season, guys, you know, the most dreadful season that Chelsea has had. Teza Azpilicueta was one of those players where he would still, try and put shifts in, even though his technical footballing abilities were slowly declining. Because let's be real, he's an amazing man and an amazing leader and personality on the pitch, but his footballing abilities did slowly kind of deteriorate. He was struggling to keep up with a lot of the faster wingers in the Prem that, have had fantastic seasons. And yes, in 50-50 of those duels, he could exert his experience and, overthrow that player. But, like I said, it is no longer that fresh right back that we used to have. And of course we have a rising talent in there, in of course Reece James and Malo Gusto now that we will have joining us. So it is time for a refreshment. We send Azpilicueta with love, with joy, with hugs, and on the last day of the season he got the goodbye that he deserved. So a truly good way to send him off as deserved, a great servant. So I just wanted to give you this kind of recognition, because I'm sure you'll all agree that he has been absolutely fantastic for us and he has done more than enough. It kind of worries me that with these outgoings in the likes of Azpilicueta, we are also losing that experience there, we're losing that leadership, and of course in terms of the project that we are in moments of realizing is that you kind of struggle to see who takes on that role, who now leads and integrates the new signings, who shows those youngsters that are yet to turn into good footballers what it means to play for a football club like Chelsea, what the standards are, how we win trophies, how we compete against the best. So of course it's great that we've got so much young talent, such fresh potential there, but equally we have to still have that experience, that leadership, and that veteran there. So it is sad, it's bittersweet, but off he goes. He's on a new adventure and I wish him nothing but the best. So touched upon that, of course, guys, I know that there is a name in here that I have not yet mentioned, and we can all agree that it is dragging on for the longest time. And of course, it is our Mason Mount. So that situation seems to be dragging on. Honestly, it haunted us in one of our toughest seasons, and I just feel like that was such a weight that we didn't need when things were already so difficult. Yet the fact that contract talks were opening, reopening, closing, and shifting was just such an unnecessarily horrible weight to have. And now in the summer transfer window, when we're supposed to, we're going through these changes that are going to benefit us in the long run, we're still having this weight down on our shoulders. And although that move seems like it is a lot more kind of in solid movement, equally it's like, why is it taking so long? And I'm not going to touch upon it too much, guys, because I know that you two are just so drained talking about it, listening to it, and frankly we just want it over and done with so that we know how we move forward. We don't want this kind of dragging on onto pre-season perhaps as well when Pochettino comes in. So the quicker we know the outcome of this, the quicker we can get to business as well. So I'm intrigued to know your thoughts. I'm not going to touch upon Mason Mount too much. However, like I said, with the rest of the outgoings, those that are going to Saudi Arabia, I personally see that as just beneficial business and business only. I didn't think we'd make as much money as we did, perhaps. The likes of Koulibaly, he's only been here a season and we're paying him expensive wages. He didn't quite fit into the Prem as much as we thought he would. And frankly, we don't have that centre-back there that we did think we would have. So again, it's a positive move there. Edouard Mendy, player, goalkeeper that has divided opinion across our fan base for the last season or so, fell out with an injury, but then just couldn't quite claw his way back in. Started against Nottingham Forest at home and conceded an awful, stupid goal because, again, just not waking up to the moment. But like I said, it's good to see that Mendy helped us out a lot. That first season he joined us, the first couple were truly his best. For goalkeeper of the year, he's always going to have that to his name, and we will always value that as well. For those of you that know exactly the picture I'm envisioning in my head right now, where it's Thomas Tuchel, Jorginho, Kante, and Mendy, You know exactly a photo I'm talking about, and now it's in black and white because, frankly, that is a complete wipeout. So there you have it, guys. A lot of change, but it seems to be in the right direction. It seems to be making sense. They are rational decisions, not anything that we're going, well, that doesn't make sense. What are you doing? It's good to see that the fans are essentially, well, I know that they don't quite listen to us fans directly, but what we wanted to change in our club is actually being changed by those who are in charge of doing that. You know, the boards, the owners, etc. So it's great to see. I'm filled with confidence in that aspect. We're yet to see another few names leave the door. There's talks about Gallagher as well. Obviously, we don't quite know where we stand with Aubameyang as well. There's talks about Chalobah as well. So there is a lot to address before we go into paying the money again to bring in our new prospects. So stay tuned, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Chelsea Fan TV. Leave your comments down below on the respective players that I have discussed in this video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely evening.